My name is Lisa Browne. I'm an American living in Denmark, in Copenhagen. I'm 49 and I am spa manager at an amazing place, amazing space in Hotel d'Angleterre. My career path was never really planned. It's always been about my own personal journey and what I found myself focusing on, what I was interested at the time. So that's been everything from personal trainer, so kind of the physical, and that led to a spiritual journey just personally for me. Then I came into the film industry where I was a makeup artist in a film industry in Copenhagen. Watching actors and projects develop in that way was very exciting for me. And then I got to an age, maybe just as a woman, suddenly a single woman, single mom, that I wanted a little more stability. And I found my present job, which is at an iconic hotel in Copenhagen. So being a foreigner, it makes me feel very connected to the city because it's something that everybody is proud of. I'm extremely proud to be a part of that. But I really have this freedom to take all of the things that I've learned on my journey and make hotel guests and spa guests with that female touch that I think that maybe only women can do, making them really, really comfortable and giving them a unique experience. And I love that's just part of my daily life. I get to be a woman and kind of a mother and a hostess. I get to talk and no one tells me to be quiet because that's my job. That's what I get to do every day, and it is inspiring. And I love the idea that I get to help people on their daily journey, and that's my life journey. Anyone ever said that I would have moved to Denmark, for example? No. But did I always know the world was bigger than my hometown? Absolutely. And I always knew that I had to do something with my life that was an expression of myself. I could have never had a 9-to-5 job and just said, Friday, perfect, the bills are paid, and now I'll live my life. It's always been one creative flow. So it was never planned. I just trusted what I was interested in at the time, and it's always led to another door. And I need that. I can't really stay in one place or even one circle of friends or one physical area of living and jobs. I like the flow, but I think the businesses that I've chosen, that's a good thing because it's always a fresh perspective. So I don't plan too much. I trust my intuition. My biggest role models have been women in my life. It started with my mother, career woman, and then teachers. So there was always a strong female, very dominant female role models, this voice in the back of my head. And I remember one teacher saying to me, and I believe I met her when I'm 14, 15 years old, she said, the more you know you don't know. And that's always stuck with me as this quest for knowledge. And don't ever confuse knowledge with intuition. So I always trust my intuition, and then I won't listen to a lot of people's opinions, but I always shut up and listen when someone has something to teach me. And I think that's been the advice that I've gotten. You know, don't ever be so sure of yourself that you're not willing to look at something from a different angle or try something new. And it's made me fearless, which I love. I'm not afraid of failure at all because I'm going to be fine. But I always trust my own intuition, because what's the worst thing that can happen? You chalk it up for experience and you just not even maybe start over, you just keep on going. My natural personality, I think I would be curious to hear other stories. But my personal experience shows I probably would attract and find myself giving advice as well, and I would love that role. I would love to know that I have something to give back. So I think it's going to be real 50-50 and give and take, and I think that's the whole idea of the app. And I love the fact that it's women. I love a strong woman, and I love the idea of being able to reach out to someone maybe not always younger than me, but if I have a little more experience in an area, or maybe it is just life experience, to give back, I would love that. But I know that I'll be inspired by other people's journeys and how they made it work, and the mistakes that we all make, and learning from it. I think it's such our turn. I think it's time that women be able to, without apologizing at all, have our own forum. It doesn't have to be around the kitchen table anymore. We don't have to apologize for having strong voices and opinions and asking a man to be quiet and sit down because I'm speaking right now. Yeah, I won't apologize for it at all. The men have had their own show for so many years, and I think it's our turn not to exclude them, because I never excluded myself. I was always a part of that table. But now it's the girls' turn. It's the ladies' locker room that I think exciting things are going to happen. Trust your intuition. So many times we want to find that mentor and we want to do what they do. And it's good to learn from other people's experience, but there's a reason every wise person in your life keeps saying only you can do you. You are unique, and it's so true. And I think a lot of the things that we kind of, sit in a quiet room and worry about, that we're so different and no one else has ever had these feelings before, nope, it's not true. We all have these insecurities. We all have this really strange way of seeing the world and interpreting situations or relationships. And that's exactly what you're supposed to go out in the world and do. And the more you give yourself permission to be absolutely you and unapologetic, that's what's going to make you unique. You're going to attract the people into your life that make sense for your life. And the ones you're not attracting, those aren't your people.